Hello again. So this is another insight into how we think, or human beings think. It's something that I noticed. I can't remember how long ago I noticed it, and it took me a while to get my head around it. But if you look behind me, you'll notice that there's a city. It's Brisbane City. I'll try to turn around and get out of the shot so you can completely see it. If you look at the city, you'll notice in the city, or looking at the city, there are a lot of squares and rectangles. Now, it might not be immediately apparent to you, but if you look closely, you'll notice that all the buildings are rectangles, and there's a lot of squares in those buildings. A lot. And if we got closer and closer to the city, if we walked into those buildings, down in the streets and looked around, you'd start to notice a lot of circles and squares and rectangles. A lot. And yet we never notice them. And inside the conversations that I've had with people, we're often very fast to say, or they're often very fast to say, we'll see the differences in people, the differences of opinion, the difference in the way we look, the way we walk, the way we act. Just, we all see differences so fast. And it explains a lot, when you look at a picture like this. Or, if you're not seeing it right now in this picture, go into your bathroom and have a look inside your bathroom. And you'll notice how many circles, squares and rectangles you're looking at, and yet you're completely oblivious to it until it's pointed out to you. And it really got me thinking as to why we are that way. Why do we see circles, squares and rectangles? We don't see circles, squares and rectangles. We're just completely oblivious to it. And the realization is that it's actually more computationally efficient to see the differences than it is to see the similarities. Because you can see inside of looking at that city, if we were looking for all the similarities, it would take a really long time, It's significantly easier to see and faster to see the differences than it is to see the similarities. And that made me realize that part of the mathematics that makes it fast and computationally efficient for us to make sense of the world, in the speed at which we can, is that we see the differences. Now that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool insight, and it really gives us a great insight into how we could program artificial intelligence not to see the similarities between things, but to see the differences. To make artificial intelligence significantly faster is to look for the differences. And that's cool. Thanks for your time.